Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I am Rachel Lightweaver and we are going to do a collective general reading today. So I have no idea what's going to come through. They are already guiding me towards which cards to pull for you guys. I will say this, as I was tuning into you guys' energy, I was hearing the song Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac as I was getting ready for you guys' reading. So the specific line that I was hearing was, let me just grab my notes here. So I kept hearing the line in the song where she says, "All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win?" So whoever that goes out to, that may resonate with you guys. I have a feeling we're going to be tapping into love. I have a feeling we're going to be tapping into life and career. So they are already guiding me towards card pull. So let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, angels and guides. What does this collective need to know right now for their highest and greatest good? Okay, so we have two houses that came out. Wow, this is interesting. So, okay, let me see if they want me to pull any more. Okay, first, I'm going to say that you guys' 5th house and 11th house are both activated. The 11th house and the 5th house cards came out. Now, this is really interesting because the 5th house and 11th house of your astrological chart, they are on the same axis. So they are directly opposite from each other. So these are the areas of your life that is being completely activated right now. This is the area of your life where you guys are going through a complete transformation. These are the areas where you're going through deep healing, especially around your self-worth, I'm hearing. So the 5th house has to do with romance. It has to do with dating. It has to do with creativity, taking risks, children. It also rules children. It rules gambling, which goes along with risk taking. And then we have the 11th house here that's activated for you, where I'm hearing you guys are doing some deep healing around like your circle of friends, your communities. It's a very, like these are both, well, the 11th house is actually quite social. So yeah, your social groups, right? Your communities, the people that you associate with. Yeah, you guys are going through deep healing, in this house. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm just looking at the bottom of the deck here and I'm getting more messages. So we have Mercury and Gemini and the South Node popping up here. So you guys are really, I feel like you guys are comfortable with where you're at. You guys are going through a big activation in regards to like communication, how you explain things, your thought forms. And I'm also getting like you guys could be doing a lot of healing around like perfectionism. Also, perfectionism in appearing a certain way in your social groups. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, Spirit, do you guys... They do want me to pull 2 more cards from this deck, so let's see what else we have here. They have lots of messages for you guys. I'm hearing they want me to set the intention. They want me to ask, what are you guys healing? So this is important for you guys to know what you guys are healing right now. All right, what is the collective healing? Okay. So we have, okay, you guys are healing a lot having to do with your self-worth, your beliefs, your resources, the things you value. Yeah, a lot to do with like self-esteem and self-worth. And then this is also interesting. We have the Aquarius card that came out, which actually goes hand in hand with the 11th house card, because the sign of Aquarius actually rules the 11th house. And it says here, genius to experiment with, the discoveries of resulting from the eccentricity of. So there's a lot going on in your social groups, your communities that you guys are doing a lot of healing around. Interesting. Okay. So let me see what else. All right. They are drawing me to a different deck here, and we have the Rhiannon card at the bottom of the deck, which is all about self-trust. Okay, so we have the Oya card, and it says power at the bottom. This is coming out in reversed. So I just want to look into this here. Oya. Okay, so it says change is welcome. Allow the storm to pass, as it is necessary to clear the way. You are protected in your search for equality. Do not misuse your power. Okay, so I'm not going to read the entire description, but I am going to read the shadow side of the Oya, just because she came out and reversed. So I just want to read a little bit about her as a goddess. Oya is particularly favorable to women who have need of protection and action, and she assists women in matters of equality with men. Interesting. So for her shadow side, Oya is a ferocious storm bringer. If you call upon her without good cause or purely out of revenge against the person that you are changing away from, then this energy may be turned upon you. Something definitely could be like, you guys definitely are healing and going through major transformations having to do with your communication, because I feel like I'm kind of stumbling upon my words here. And as I am sharing this message with you guys, Spirit is actually showing me a butterfly. So I'm also hearing you guys are healing you guys are healing self-worth and confidence around how you communicate and what you communicate to. So it says here, the true power is handled and sent from a centered place, yet in this day and age, we see power misused everywhere. Oya's warrior energy is fierce too. There may be alternatives to such a forceful, action-oriented approach. So just looking at the invocation here that comes with this goddess deck, it says, this is I feel like you guys are just going through big changes right now. You guys are going through really big changes right now. Okay, let me see where I want to go next. I'm going to go in the order that they were showing me. I feel like you guys are learning a lot about power too. Like there could be changes in power dynamics at work or in your sphere in some way. How to use your power, right, for the greatest good. Not that I think you misuse it. Okay, Spirit. What else does this collective need to know? Earth element. Body, belongings, midheaven. So, yeah, I feel like you guys are learning about like the misuse of power, especially in like career too. Like there could be something going on at work or something. And there's like a need to stay grounded. Let me see what else here. Materialization. Power dynamics having to do with money, right? Thresholds. The Alchemist. Yeah, okay, so... Whew, okay. So you guys are very much in your lower chakras right now. Like I'm seeing the root chakra and the sacral chakra highly active in you guys' energy fields. Now these are the lower chakras. These lower chakras have to do with earthly material matters. So think like the 3D, your day-to-day, right? Your home, your body, finances, work, career, running errands. Like you guys are deeply in the lower chakras, right? And I'm seeing here that, so these are all material things. And I'm seeing here, like, you guys are going through a major transformation. Like, you guys are actually being initiated to step through this threshold, so to speak, to where you are beginning to start to activate the higher chakras. So once we start reaching the higher chakras in the body, and once those start opening up, these are actually our more spiritual chakras, whereas the lower chakras more have to do with the earth, right? Material things, money, job, finances. Now I am getting that there is like it would be good for you guys to kind of make time to play, like to bring out your inner child, do things that are fun, get lost in time, so that you can activate these higher frequencies, these higher chakras within yourself. Yeah, okay, so this is so interesting and so beautiful because, you know, they were showing me the butterfly, which is all about transformation, metamorphosis. We have the Alchemist at the bottom of the deck, which says metamorphosis, depth, endurance. And then there is a Pluto symbol at the top of her head, and there's a snake wrapped around her arm. These are all symbols of intense transformation. Yeah, it's big energy, and I feel like you guys are awakening. Yes, you guys are awakening. Actually, so your chakras are, you've been operating from these lower chakras like your whole life. And you've been operating in this lower realm, which isn't a bad thing. I don't mean lower as in more negative. We live on the earth, that's a given. It's not anything negative. I'm not putting it in that way. But you guys are awakening. Your chakras are beginning to open up. I'm seeing this Kundalini energy activation beginning to spiral up your spine, like the caduceus. And I hope I said that right. And I'm also seeing you guys' third eyes opening up, which is the seat of your intuition, the power of your projection. This is like being able to see things clearly and having clear insight in situations. It's a very highly intuitive center too. So, and like if you guys are having dreams and you remember your dreams, that's a good sign that your third eye is awakening. And then like I'm seeing another card here where there's another Pluto symbol. Yeah, okay, you guys are really transforming and transitioning from like black and white thinking, and it's like you're expanding your consciousness to where things aren't so black and white anymore. I feel like before it was almost kind of limited in your thinking, and limited in the sense of like good, bad, right, wrong, either or, there's not really much in between. But however, like I see you guys opening up more, expanding your consciousness to where there's a lot more limitless potential that's opening up and awakening within you. Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff, you guys. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic, so if you hear that, I apologize. Okay, so I feel like you guys were wearing a mask before. I feel like you guys, I feel like this is like I feel like for this group, this is a new group that's awakening, or maybe a lot of you guys are new to spirituality and you're kind of new to the healing journey, and I feel like you guys are shedding old masks and you are shedding old parts of yourselves that aren't serving you anymore, and it's helping you become a new you, the real you. And you guys are also like in this pause, like you're I feel like things right now feel like they're not moving for you, and it may feel like, what is this? It almost feels like a void, like nothing is happening. But really, there is a deep cleansing, a deep clearing, and a deep healing that's going on within you, beneath the surface. So you can't see it, but you can feel it, right? Okay. What else do you guys have to share with this group? Yeah, you guys are awakening, which is really special. When we're awakening up to these higher chakras, like it can be challenging because the things that kept you safe before, the truths that you've kept hidden within yourself, because it might have been maybe you weren't ready to be completely vulnerable yet. Like it's starting to, it's like your truth is starting to awaken more within you. All right, Spirit, what else do you guys have for this collective? Oh, I just dropped a card. Okay. So we have the Judgment card, which is all about awakening. This is a big energy card. This is about renewal. This is about rebirth. This is about answering a higher calling. This is about answering to something bigger than yourself. It's almost like it's almost like you guys know that universe is kicking your butt kicking your butts to do this healing work within yourself. You guys have put this healing work off for many lifetimes, and now it's like universe is saying, okay, time to get your butt up, like time to start doing the inner work. And I'm hearing you guys are answering a higher calling by doing this. And they're giving me chills as I share that. It's like, oh, okay. It's like you guys are getting intuitive nudges and intuitive pulls to do this work within yourself. You guys are getting intuitive nudges and intuitive pulls to do certain things that you have never done before. This, maybe you felt called to attend a class or go to a workshop. These are just examples. These are things that you never would have done before, but you're feeling called to do it now. And these are examples of you answering like these intuitive nudges, these intuitive promptings from universe. And there's a saying that goes along with the Judgment card. It's heed the inner call. This is you listening to your inner self, you listening to universe. And it's quite special here. I feel like for this group, you guys have, you've been operating from these lower chakras, these lower realms for so long. And again, I don't mean lower realms in a negative context. I just mean like operating in the 3D. It's almost like things are it's just like, every day is work. You have, every day is work. You probably have people you hang out with. It's almost like, I don't know. I feel like maybe there wasn't anything, you haven't felt that sense of fulfillment in your life for a long time. And I feel like this comes from like lots of trauma and abuse, like from past lives. And also they're telling me this comes from like lots of trauma and abuse from generations that have been passed on from your bloodline. And you are healing that for your bloodline. You are healing that for the many generations to come. Whether you have children or not, you are still healing your bloodline 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. So it's quite special what you're doing and what you're working on within yourself right now. Okay, so it's really interesting that this is coming up in this reading because my friend and I, we just started a podcast where we chat all things woo-woo and spirituality and everything in between. And our first episode was about spiritual awakenings. So I'm going to leave a link for you guys in the description below to check that out because I think it would be quite helpful and healing for this group for where you guys are at now. Okay, so we're going to wrap up you guys' reading with these archetype cards, some archetypal healing. Okay, what else does this collective need to know, please, Spirit? Okay. Oh, gosh. All right. I don't know if I'm going to take that, but a lot of cards fell out here. Okay. So, we have the Avenger card. These came out on the side. Okay, so it says desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. The shadow attribute, I don't want to read the shadow attribute. Femme fatale highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So you guys are opening your hearts right now. And once, so it's like it goes from the root chakra, it goes to the sacral, it goes to the solar plexus. Once you get to the heart, this is like the midway portal, so to speak, as to like once you get higher past the heart, these are the higher, more spiritual chakras. So yeah, you guys are going through a heart activation. Okay, so these cards came out in reverse. Pioneer. And yes, okay. So it says here, your whole life, no matter what you went through, like I feel like maybe you guys didn't fully process or integrate the life experiences you went through. There was just a compulsive need to keep going. A compulsive need to keep moving on, to keep surviving, right? And then we have the Saboteur, and it's, in a sense, this, in no way was this your fault at all, but you have been sabotaging yourself in terms of like love, career, success. So like I'm getting chills. And whenever they start giving me chills, that means I'm getting something right. It's like you guys have been sabotaging yourself. And it's like you haven't had the chance to integrate the wisdom from these experiences that you've acquired, I guess, throughout your life and your past lives. You've just been in the habit of just moving on and getting past it, right? Okay, so I want to read this Saboteur card to you, and I'm going to read both the light and shadow attributes. The light attribute highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. The shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. So that's interesting. I want to read a little bit more about that in the book. Let me see here. See if we can get a little bit more out of that. Okay, the Saboteur exposes fears and issues related to low self-esteem that cause you to make choices that block your own empowerment and success. Okay, that's exactly what Spirit was saying. Like you kind of, there's a tendency to kind of like sabotage yourselves in that way. So it says, when you make it an ally, you will find that it calls your attention to situations in which you are in danger of being sabotaged or of sabotaging yourself. Shadow Saboteur manifests as self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine each other's. What did I just say? Undermine each other's? Or the desire to undermine others. And just don't get freaked out by this and think it's just you, because actually everyone has this archetype. Everyone literally has this archetype. I mean, who hasn't? If you can name someone who hasn't sabotaged themselves, please let me know. All right. It's a very human thing. It's a very human. I feel like it's kind of normal in a sense, right? All right. All right, angels and guides. What do you guys want to wrap this reading up with? Wow. Oh my gosh. I just dropped a bunch of cards. I feel like you guys are cleaning up some of the messes. Like, I don't think you guys are, you know, I feel like you guys are going through an awakening, and I feel like you guys are building yourselves up again. But like, it feels messy. It feels messy, but I promise you it's a good thing, because you are building something more safe, more stable. And they're saying you're also building up your self-worth, so you don't sabotage yourselves anymore. That's what they're telling me. So I'm not going to take all the cards that flipped over, that fell out, but I will say you guys are looking deeply at yourselves. Like, you guys are really looking at yourselves in the mirror, and I feel like you haven't reflected. I feel like you haven't been in self-reflection like this either in a very, very long time, or you haven't at all. And you're really noticing your perception of yourself is changing. Your perception of the world is changing. I feel like you guys are seeing how and where you, like, the areas of your life you've been sabotaging yourself in terms of like success, love, career, etc. Powerful, powerful stuff. You guys are doing big healing, big healing on yourselves. All right, what overall guidance and healing do you guys have? Oh, they do want me to pull some love cards for you guys. I don't know if I should do that in another video or not. Let me see. All right. Okay, we're going to do the love cards in another video, they said. All right. Angels and guides, what overall guidance and healing do you have for this collective, please? I also feel like, you know, as you guys are going through this deep transformation and this deep healing, there is like a tendency of wanting to hold on to the old, wanting to hold on to, like, I feel like you guys are transitioning and you're letting things go. You guys could be letting certain people go. And there is like this tendency, like, oh my God, they're falling away. I need to hold on to my old life. And it's so scary. It is so scary when that happens, right? Okay. I'm hearing to keep, like, spirit guides are saying you need to pay attention to the ones who are sabotaging your success. And whatever way, you know, this could come in so differently for many of you. Okay. What overall guidance and healing do you guys have for this collective? Okay, they want me to pull two. Okay, this card flipped over whenever I dropped a bunch of cards on the floor, and then I put it back, but they want me to read right now the fault line. So we're going to read the fault line. Okay, so it says here, the fissure, I hope I'm saying that right, the crack, the weak link. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue. As fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures, This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending that all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. Wow. So when light, redefining reality, breaking open. When dark, precariousness, pretending, delusion. And then it says, go deeper, dance to Everything is Broken by Bob Dylan. It is possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that has never been mended. Revisit it. The time to heal is nigh. Yeah, you guys are, yeah. In Japanese, kintsugai, I think I butchered that, I'm so sorry. Pottery, gold is used to mend cracks. Breaks are thought of as precious rather than something to be hidden. So this is actually really good, you guys. This is a big awakening in itself. And like, this is a really good thing that you guys are doing this now, because you are building a new foundation of yourself, that you're building up like a healthy self. You're building up healthy, authentic self-worth. Whereas I feel like the self-worth maybe you displayed before, it wasn't really, I feel like, yes, it was true. I don't feel like you guys were, you were being dishonest about it, but like there were it wasn't like deep in your bones, like that inner strength, like, I'm hearing you're building up inner self-worth. It like a healthy sense of like inner self-worth. That is the strong foundation you need. Whereas, it might have, I went through, like, there was a lot of things that I built my self-worth around a lot of external things, like my career. Like I had a very successful perfume brand and like a lot of press, but like really I was dying inside and I wasn't happy. So I feel like you guys are really building up like true, authentic self-worth within yourselves. Okay. Alrighty. Giving, receiving, harmony, karma. We are one. When we give, we are receiving. When we receive, we are giving. Your need is my need. Your wound is my wound. When you heal yourself, you are healing the world. See how beautiful that is? This work that you're doing on yourself, when you heal the world. And it's crazy because as you're doing this work, as you're healing yourself, you actually begin to notice the people around you start to heal too. It's crazy how that happens. People who, and Spirit is giving me chills because they really want me to share this, people who I never thought could get past a certain point in their personality, their behavior, or just like their evolution, just growing as a person. People who I never thought could get past a certain point in their lives, once I started doing the work on myself, they started healing around me. And it's crazy. It's crazy how that happens. Okay. Remove the illusion of separateness. How are you contributing to the collective evolution? You are being encouraged to cultivate compassionate action. Once your needs have been met, make space to contribute to the relief of the suffering of other beings. You have worked hard on yourself and your growth. Now it's time to share your gifts and lessons with the world. Ask yourself, how can I be of service? Be willing to give without expecting anything in exchange. Give for the sake of justice, equality, and compassion. Because of the law of cause and effect, you will receive what you give, but stay away from intention. Let your acts be omens of your devotion to the cosmic evolution. Give your love, your light, and your wisdom. If you feel like you have nothing to give, just share your wish for a better future for every being. When you give, you aren't losing. Remember that we are all one, that what you give, you receive. It's a present from you to you. To maintain harmony, you have to be just as open to giving as to receiving. If you are needing support, emotional, mental, or material, this is your sign to courageously ask for it. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. We can share the burden. So your action is to seek balance between what you give and what you receive. Offer your selfless service to someone or some cause. Gift your time, effort, or abundance without attachment to the outcome. And your affirmation is, I am worthy of receiving. I share my love and abundance with the world. I am grateful for the ability that I have to give. And just so you guys know, this is on page 77, if that's a special angel number for you guys. All right, so that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you resonate with these messages, or if you like this video, please leave a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I do personal sessions as well. Right now I am doing soul alignment sessions where I work with you and spirit to help you achieve your heart's deepest desires. We tap into your past lives, helping you access the gifts from your past lives so that you can tap into your life purpose and your dharma in this lifetime. And anything else that you are wanting to work on right now, whatever your intention is. I also do evidential mediumship, where I help you connect to your past loved ones on the other side, as well as family constellations. You can find all that information in the link below. And I will also leave a link to our new podcast. It would be really great if you guys checked out the episode on spiritual awakenings, because that is really what feels like is going on with you guys right now. All right, I hope you guys have a lovely day or night whenever you guys are watching. And I'm sending you guys lots of love. Bye.